How reluctant New Zealand can be convinced to accept bold Rugby Championship switch as more details emerge on radical plans. Playing the Rugby Championship at the same time as the Six Nations remains on the table, despite New Zealand's reported reluctance to switch. Bigwigs are currently discussing the future of the game in the Southern Hemisphere, with their flagship competition at the center of it. There is a possibility that the Rugby Championship as it is known now may cease to exist, but there are a number of options on the table. One such suggestion is moving it to February and March from 2029, which would, of course, run alongside the Six Nations. New Zealand Rugby could be convinced. It is understood that Argentina, Australia, and South Africa are supportive of that idea, with New Zealand Rugby the only one to express reservations. However, according to Rapport, the governing body may be convinced to go along with the proposal should Six Nations organizers move their tournament forward by 2 weeks. Should that be accepted and all parties agree, then it would increase the chance of rugby implementing a global calendar, something which has long been desired. It was one of many things discussed when the chief executives from the 4 SANZAAR nations met in London ahead of the Rugby Championship finale. South Africa claimed the title for the second successive season following a narrow victory over Argentina, which completed one of the best editions of the tournament ever. It has captured the imagination of the public this year, with the destination of the trophy not being decided until the final match at Allianz Stadium, Twickenham, but its future, to some degree, is under threat. Next year, there will be the return of the traditional tour, which will see the All Blacks head to South Africa for a 3-test series against the Springboks. That is also scheduled to take place in 2030. While there was also initially a preference from Rugby Australia CEO Phil Waugh to have a touring format in 2028. Waugh has since had a change of heart, according to the Roar, with the format of one match at home and another away against each country the preference. SA Rugby support. SA Rugby are in support of that proposal, given that it likely holds greater commercial value than a 3-test tour against anyone other than the All Blacks. Also being put forward under the current Rugby Championship proposition is home and away matches against every nation for the 2027 tournament, ahead of the Rugby World Cup. It has usually been shortened in World Cup years, but a full schedule is being suggested by the Southern Hemisphere CEOs.